Hey everybody, Playtendo Guy here, and I'm back with a brand new video. And today, as you can see in the title, is another 4K pickups haul where I go through some of the 4Ks that I picked up recently from HMV and Amazon. And I've also got a couple of titles from Second Sight to show you as well. So there's a lot to get through, so it's more than enough waffling. Let's dive right into things and let's get into it. So greetings and salutations everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well and keeping safe, and I hope you've been surviving in this super hot heat of this week. Over here in the UK it has been unbearable with temperatures upwards of 35 degrees. And it's just been really awful, but that still hasn't put me off picking up some films, especially when there's been some very good sales going on recently, especially at HMV, with titles being half price left, right and centre, from Blu-rays to 4Ks to special editions. There's a lot been going on in HMV, and I implore you to check out your local store or look online. So today I have 4 4Ks from HMV and Amazon to show you, 2 from HMV, 2 from Amazon because they price match, and also 2 titles from Second Sight to talk about. So first up, I'll talk about the only Blu-ray I have in the collection here to show you, and this is a new Second Sight release of a brilliant film that came out all the way back in 2008, I think it was. I can remember when it came out. I remember the trailers being quite creepy, and that was The Strangers, one of the best, most original home invasion films of all time, starring it Liv Tyler and Scott Speedman. Yes, this is one of the most iconic home invasion films out there, and also one of the most iconic and underrated horror films of the 2000s. The Strangers is finally coming back out on Blu-ray to celebrate the release of the new one, Chapter 1, The Strangers Chapter 1, which has recently come out on Blu-ray on 4K. Pretty certain that new one is the start of a new trilogy, and I'm pretty certain there was a sequel to this one as well, but I cannot remember what that was. But I'm pretty certain that came out about 10 years after this one. But this is the original, and some would say the best. I think it is a brilliant film. This remote getaway for Kirsten and James is disturbed by a 4 a.m. knock at the door and the terrifying invasion of their home by 3 masked strangers. At the mercy of the intruders, whose motive is unknown, the young couple must fight to survive a night of psychological torment and brutal violence in this home invasion classic. And yeah, what an absolutely brilliant film this is. So glad to see that it's got a new release now by Second Sight. This is coming out on the 19th of August, and it's available on Blu-ray, so be sure to pick it up. You do get loads of special features here. I watched the theatrical cut of this one, but there is also an extended cut here. This release is packed full of special features. You have the original theatrical cut, which I watched, and also the extended cut as well. You have a load of new interviews here with cast, crew, the director. There's plenty of interviews here. You also have deleted scenes and a theatrical trailer. The release is packed. The picture quality for Blu-ray also looks really good, and I absolutely adore this iconic artwork. I remember the artwork for the original poster, and it was these really creepy figures, and it did kind of creep me out years ago, and it still is very creepy now. So yeah, here is the disc as well, and The Strangers is available on Blu-ray on the 19th of August. Unfortunately no 4K release, but it's still a brilliant Blu-ray release. So that is The Strangers. Next up is a 4K release of the brand new Second Sight film that was kindly given to me to talk to you on the channel by AIM Publicity, and it's the 4K release of the brilliant film You're Next. Look at that artwork. Looks absolutely stunning and stylish. I remember when this one came out in the early 2010s, and it was a great time. It was always destined to be a cult classic, and it certainly is. This one was directed by Adam Wingard, who brought us the brilliant The Guest, starring Dan Stevenson. That was a fantastic film that is also available on Second Sight. And he also directed the 2 Godzilla v Kong films. One of them, The New Empire, recently came out. But this one is another banger of a film. The film basically sees a family reunion going a bit pear-shaped. It follows an older couple as they invite their estranged children and their spouses round for a meal to make up and try and get everybody talking again and getting everybody back in the good books. All seems to be going quite well until they have somebody at the dinner table and a crossbow is shot through the window. Yeah, something's going on. There's someone out there trying to kill them all off one by one. So it's up to the family to stay close, stay together, and survive in this really, really tense and fantastically, deliciously dark film. It is a great time. Really, it's got a really cool style and substance to it. Definitely see the elements here that were later used in 2014's The Guest, and even in a bit of Godzilla Kong as well. Adam Wingard is a really good director, and it's glad to see that his older work is getting the love it deserves on 4K. It is, without a shadow of a doubt, a fantastic release again by Second Sight, with a supremely brilliant 4K transfer that really does pop on a 4K OLED screen. There's also a load of special features here. Obviously, you've got your Ultra HD 4K with Dolby Vision presentation, audio commentary with the director Adam Wingard and writer Simon Barrett, more commentaries with the cast as well, Children of the 80s, a new interview with Adam Wingard and Simon Barrett, also some other interviews with the producers, actors, plenty of interviews with all the different actors here. Slashers Don't Die, Tim Coleman on Your Next, Who's Next, the making of Your Next, and an animated storyboard as well. And here's a fun little fact for all you fans of the Pearl trilogy, the X trilogy of X, Pearl and Maxine. Director Ty West actually stars in this as one of the spouse's partners, so he plays Tarek if I'm not mistaken, so be sure to keep an eye out for him. He's pretty darn good in this film as well. So yeah, as per usual for the Second Sight releases, this comes in a variety of different flavours. You have your normal Blu-ray, your standard 4K, and a lovely limited edition 4K box set. As per standard, the limited edition comes with the rigid style slipcase that is a true wonder to behold. You also get a 120-page booklet with articles, interviews and essays with all manner of people who appreciate the film and also work on it as well. And you also do get 6 collectible art cards as well. So it's another packed and beautiful release by Second Sight. As with The Strangers, which also comes out on the 19th of August, this one comes out on the 19th of August as well. And if you're a fan of 2010 horrors, this is definitely up there as one of the best. So be sure to check out Your Next when it comes out on August 19th. To thank AIM Publicity for sending over Your Next and The Strangers for me to check out and talk about on the channel. So be sure to check those ones out when they come out next week. As for the other 4Ks I got to show you, as I did say at the start of the video, H&V's got a huge sale on now. A lot of titles are 50% off. Some really good titles, some sort of common ones that you'd expect to be on offer. But there has been some pretty darn good ones on offer that I definitely want to take advantage of. Now here's the thing, if you buy them from H&V, they are 10 quid online. If you buy them in store, they're 2 for 20 or buy one get one free. So it's a bit of a cheeky one, but I managed to get 2 in H&V for what I wanted to get for 20 quid. So first up, I picked up Megan. Yes, really enjoyed Megan when it came out last year. Watched it on streaming and thought it was a great little film. Really had its finger on the pulse with technology and parenting as well, and had a great time with it, and really looking forward to see where they go with the series next, as there is a sequel coming as well. Wanted to check out the blood-soaked edition, and this one has it. Can't remember what it's actually called. I think it's just called the unrated cut or extended cut, but I watched the more bloodier cut, and yeah, it is a bit more bloodier, but it does feel like it could have been a heck of a lot more. There's definitely a lot of camera cutaways. That's my only real fault with the film, is that you know that it's bursting to go full R-rated with its blood and gore. But had a great time with it, rewatched it again, and it looks superb on 4K. On On an OLED display, it looks absolutely fantastic. Colours pop, and yeah, really think it's a great film. If you haven't seen it already, I highly recommend checking out Megan. It's a brilliant time. You do get a couple of special features here, such as a new vision of horror, bringing Megan to life, and getting hacked. These are new featurettes. It says on the back here 4K and Blu-ray bonus features, but you don't actually get a Blu-ray, you just get the standard 4K. So for $9.99, that isn't too bad for a 4K release of Megan. At £20, I do think it was a wee bit too expensive, but for £10 it was well and truly worth it. Shame it didn't come with the slip, and also it was a bit of a pain that they released it 6 months after the Blu-ray, which was very odd, but very happy to have it in the collection. That is Megan. And I decided to partner that up with a film that I know a lot of people do. Like, I remember watching Mark Commode wax lyrical about how brilliant this film is, and I'm pretty certain I might have seen it many years ago. It is the coming of age Scottish classic Gregory's Girl, and this hasn't long been out. It's been out for about 6 months, I think, and it's a BFI release, and they are always brilliant. So this is a film by Bill Forsyth, and it's about this young lad who has a hots for a new girl who starts school, if I'm not mistaken. And it's supposed to be a really sweet and funny coming of age comedy. I've heard nothing but amazing things about this film. I know a lot of people in the community are huge fans of it as well, so for being in a buy one get one free offer, I definitely had to pick it up. Comes in this absolutely gorgeous slipcover. I don't know whether you get the Blu-ray disc with it as well, but I've heard you do get a booklet with it as well. This one actually has a whole cornucopia of special features with it as well, and I'm pretty certain there is an audio commentary. Yes, there is, with the director and Mark Commode as well. So for £10, couldn't say no for a bit of Gregory's Girl. So yeah, very happy with that. There was another two that I wanted to get on 4K, but unfortunately HMV didn't have them in. They did have them in online, but was a bit and ahhing, because in case you didn't get a slip for one of them, and also the fact is I'd have had to get something else to get free delivery. So I had a look on Amazon, and Amazon price match, so definitely worth checking out Amazon, because you'll be able to get these for the price match price of £9.99, £10. So first up, easily the best one to get on this 4K offer is Batman Mask of the Phantasm, one of the greatest Batman films of all time. A truly underrated Batman film that is a continuation of the brilliant Batman animated series from the 90s. This one sees a whole new character who was made entirely for this film, I think, the Phantasm. It's been a while since I've seen this, but I remember loving it as a kid. And they also did another one, I think, like a Batman Beyond film for that series when that finished. But very happy to see that this got a 4K release. You would never have thought it, but artwork here looks absolutely outstanding. And this is quite a recent 4K release. I'm pretty certain this only came out at the start of the year, so I was surprised to see it heavily discounted. You only get one special feature here, and that's a documentary about the late great Kevin Conroy, who voices Batman in this and many other Batman things, such as films, animated shows, and also the video games. And yeah, he's really missed. Mark Hamill, aka Luke Skywalker, voices the Joker here as well. It's quite a short film, it's only 76 minutes, but it's great to have on 4K. Got it from Amazon for £10. Unfortunately the slipcover's a bit tatty here, which is a shame, but I'm glad to have it, a physical copy of it, and cannot wait to check it out again. So that is Batman Mask of the Phantasm. And the final one that I picked up is a film that I have seen before. It's based on a video game, and it came from that era where video game movies weren't so good, but I do think, like, in time this one has gained a sort of cult following. I picked this one up for £10, but it actually only cost me £5 because they delayed it. It was supposed to come on Monday, but got delayed a couple of days. So I said to them, like, wow, this is a bit disappointing. Then they give me a £5 back, so it only cost me a £5, and that is Doom, with The Rock and Carl Urban. It's quite funny to see Carl Urban getting top billing instead of The Rock. But this is a movie based on the popular video game series. I think this came out at the same time as Doom 3. And yeah, it's not the greatest film, but there's a lot of fun moments in it. You got a good cast here. You got Rosamund Pike in it, as well as The Rock and Carl Urban. And it's quite fun to see both these characters on screen. There's also a really good moment in where it goes full first person like it does in the original Doom games. So it's been a while since I watched it. I remember watching it on ITV back in the day, and I've heard that the 4K transfer on this is really good, so cannot wait to check this one out. You do get quite a few special features with it as well. So for a £5, I picked up Doom. So that's all the pickups I have for today to show you. But for overview of what I've had sent is The Strangers, that were kindly given to me to talk about on the channel by AIM Publicity, and Your Next on 4K. Both of them are out on August the 19th, so I'll leave the link in the description to where you can pick them up. Megan on 4K, Batman Master of the Phantasm, Gregory's Girl, and Doom on 4K. So a lot of great stuff there, a lot of it on 4K, and what a great deal. Have you been picking up anything in the HMV sale recently? Tell me all in the comments section down below, and thank you ever so much for watching my video. I really do appreciate it. Have you seen any of these films? Tell me all in the comments section down below. And as always, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you all on the next video. Bye.